Hey everyone, it's Luke here from LT Gaming, and Strategos is back, and this time it's not just us talking about it. Since our last video, the game has seen steady development, new creators getting access, and now a major publishing deal with none other than Microprose. With Progress Update number 4 just out and more eyes on the game, it's a perfect time to revisit Strategos. A game that might just be the real-time wargame you didn't know you were waiting for. The latest update brings some key changes under the hood. Think refined AI, UI improvements, and better unit responsiveness. Formations now hold better under pressure, camera controls are smoother, and some of the awkward unit behaviour from early builds has been ironed out. It's not flashy, but for a game that lives and dies by battlefield clarity, this update goes a long way in tightening the experience. And now Microprose is on board, that's a big deal. This gives Strategos a serious boost in visibility, and with it the kind of long-term backing that can really help a niche title like this reach its full potential. Microprose has been leaning hard into high simulation, old-school strategy lately. Strategos fits right into that portfolio. The only other company I think who would have been a good fit is Slitherine, and you'll see why in the next section. If you were worried that this game might fizzle out, this link up with Microprose says otherwise. Here's the thing everyone, this isn't Total War. Strategos plays very differently. It's more like a real-time version of Field of Glory 2 Medieval, where positioning, pre-battle planning and orders-based control matter more than flashy charges. You don't click and drag armies around like a paintbrush, you issue your structured orders, set waypoints and let your units execute your intent. It's got more of a wargame feel with a slower, more deliberate tempo, and for players who like to think a few steps ahead, that's a refreshing change. With new polish, a publisher backing it and a niche all of its own, Strategos is definitely one to keep on your radar, especially if you're a fan of deep tactical battles without the fluff. And to show you exactly how it plays, let's jump into a battle. I'll walk you through it, freewheeling a bit, and you'll see firsthand how different this really is from your usual RTS fare. Now this is going to be a let's play style of battle. I don't do these often, so I might be a bit rusty, and also I can't use my script microphone shield, so it might be a little bit of a dip in microphone quality, but I want to give you a feel of an active battle, and if you enjoy it, I'll do more, so let me know in the comments below. Just a quick interlude to say most of you who watch the channel are not subscribed, so make sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button, because it helps smaller channels like us grow really quickly, and both me and Tom really appreciate it. Right guys, we're going to jump right in here, and you're going to get to see all the civilizations you can be in this game. There are so many, it's absolutely incredible. Get the Greeks there, Macedonians, who I will definitely be playing as in the future, but today we're going to go for the Middle Imperial Roman, and we're going to go for a pretty small army size so I can demonstrate the mechanics, and we're going to go up against the Abyssinians. I can find them here. They are. Now the map I'm going to go for is this one because I have a particular tactic I want to play. Alright, let's jump in. Here we are at the battle setup, and I'm going to try and explain my plan to you using some of the mechanics from the game. So essentially what I want to try and do is bring the Abyssinians across this disordered terrain by using my skirmishers and place my units on the edge of this terrain here so that they can basically fight off the Abyssinian attack. Try and bring the attack to me. And I'm going to use the push and fallback mechanics to create flanking opportunities in our line. And you'll see some other mechanics as we play through, and I'll try and explain those as best I can. Let's jump into the battle. Right, first of all, I'm going to get my skirmishers to engage, to try and tempt them to battle. And I'm going to bring my units closer up to this line here. Now, because they're in the command radius of the general, they can move straight away. However, if I want to readjust what that unit is going to do outside of this command radius, I'll have to send a courier. So things can go wrong when you issue orders and your unit does its own thing. Now we've engaged the Abyssinians on the edge of the river. The troops will actually think for themselves, so that's really, really cool. They'll skirmish and they'll back off. They'll do all sorts of different things. Right, so the Abyssinians are definitely coming for us. General is nice and close, but let's say I want to adjust this position here. He'll probably, yeah, he'll need a courier because he's outside the range. So there goes the courier from the general. I'm going to give the order. And my medium infantry then carry out that order. So there is a delay. Not total war in that sense. My light archers are doing just nicely against these African light archers. They become disordered, sat in the river. What I'm going to do is try and create some flanking opportunities when the Abyssinians attack. It's a much more patient wargamey approach, if that makes sense. Also have to protect your general. Things can go badly wrong if you allow him to get killed or drawn into conflict he shouldn't be in. Whereas in Total War, I'd often take the general, ride around the flanks, hit them from the flank with no care in the world. Now these guys should disengage once they've had enough. See exactly what's going to happen. Yep, they're starting to get out of there. The main battle is about to take place. I hope to rebuff the Abyssinians and push them back into the river. See how that goes. Sometimes things don't always go to plan. This range here means the range which they will actually charge if they're moving. These guys are probably going to charge me. Yep, they're getting charged. There you can see that sign there means they're charging me. I'm going to get them to push. I'm going to try and flank them, which should... They've disordered themselves, which I like to see. I've issued an order there. We're going to get these guys to push as well. And we'll push these lads to fall back. I'll get prepared to flank them. So hopefully once they've made that move, yet they're going to auto-charge. See, they did exactly what I wanted them to do. They got fragmented. Oh, it's going bad for them. We pushed them hard and we flanked them on the left flank here. Very, very nasty. That was a really good pincer movement there. It's one of the best I've done, actually. Now, I've also got some problems here. My heavy troops are, while smashing them back to the river, they've actually got some problem with the terrain as well. Now, I made a mistake before. I got my general in too close, and if you use this range, he will auto-attack, which... don't want them doing that, you know? They get a bit foolhardy in battle, your general gets killed. We want to keep pushing these Abyssinians back to the river if we can. Now, they're pushing at the moment. I think I might get them to fall back, actually, because I push them into the river. Let's move these guys forward. Don't need orders because the general is right there doing his thing. This unit can get into range here. He's going to need an order. So in big battles, you could imagine, you've got orders coming all the way across the battlefield. You do have multiple leaders as well. I think in a small battle like this, it gives you a good indication of the mechanics, how I created that flanking opportunity. Hopefully how I can close out the battle, because it can be tough in this game. There we go. My troops are falling back just as I wanted them to. So by getting those guys to fall back, I created that flanking opportunity, which is perfect. They've all auto-charged. I don't know where they're going. They've gone crazy. Just hit these guys. I need to break them, and then I can pretty much win. We also killed their general. It's going very badly for them. The key here, really, which made a difference for me, was keeping my general out of all the combat. Guys are just absolutely hammering them in the side here. It's a really dusty, bloody battle down by the river. Now, I was doing a lot of talking before in the last one I filmed. There we go. So I won. They got 81% disordered, which is pretty bad. And you can see there that went pretty badly for them overall. It's like that scene from Rome with Mark Antony where he says, "What's going on?" He's like, "I've absolutely no idea." Sometimes in this game, that's what happens. It's just craziness. But I won the battle, was very happy. My plan came off well, and it got me to demonstrate to you how you can push, create flanking opportunities. So it's an absolute gem of a game, guys. I think you're really going to enjoy it. If you want to see me do some more battles, I'll happily record some bigger ones, and I'll put those up on the channel as well. So let me know what you want. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. I've been Luke from LT Gaming, and I'll catch you on the next one. That was definitely the scripted part. I enjoyed that. Thanks, guys.